It's time for our first set. Awesome200 versus stns. I should put on collision override so I can just throw it into the wall. Alright, so these are two players that I know Awesome played in Rookie Rumble. I think stns was there too. Might not have been though. They might have came after. But Awesome has been around for years, but has been super on and off with playing tournaments. And let alone really playing the game. Though lately she's been pretty back in it. So this is really her chance to prove herself as an up-and-coming, like, great player. She's been around longer than you? Holy. They both make it through the spike balls? Alright. What's up, Remmer? What do you... What, they left the match? I'll try to get them back in there, and if they don't come back, then you just kind of... I don't know. Then you win, I guess, but either way... Let's see, what are they going for? Oh, okay, stns. Looking for wires around that L girder, but no, doesn't place it. Awesome, puts it on the wall, the left wall of the L girder. Alright. Now we got two crossbows in play. Awesome making it go across the top of the plank. Stns kind of blocking off that wire there. Alright. They both seem to make it through. Don't think there's going to be any points scored just yet. Though they might fail this. I was going to say they might fail this last jump because it is pretty tricky. It's really easy to die there. Ooh, awesome. Losing 2 lives, 2 remaining though. Let's see, does she get this? Not using Dance Shuffle, I don't know if she's particularly used to that yet. Just opts to bump her head on the ceiling, jump down. Let's see, can she get this ending? As I said before, it's tricky. It can really trip you up, but she gets it. No one scored on the first 2 turns. Probably Mowgli. That's why I was having trouble finding them earlier today. That makes more sense. Okay. But anyways, a plank and a crossbow. Ooh, crossbow going across the top of that little ending hill. A plank being placed at the end as well. That plank could lead to some good setups. That can lead to some real destruction. Oh. Thank you, Bonk Loud, for the fall. Okay. What are the chances that was a account that was just made? But anyways, they both make it past the first set of spike balls. Awesome. Both them making it past that 2x1 plank, but Awesome kind of stalling on it a little bit. Stns might try to use that to their advantage, but only time will tell. Maybe they didn't particularly notice it or take note of it. They both make it. 7 turns remain. Alright. Alright. Tennis ball facing the right. What's she gonna go for? Alright. Grabs an R spike. I forgot what it was called. I almost said R saw, and it's like, that's not the right one. Let's see. Going... Okay. Awesome placed down an R spike crouch. And stins with the second tennis ball. This, I'm placing it here. I really like that tennis ball. I really like that idea with that they went for with that. Let's see. And Awesome overshoots the plank. Then stins narrowly doesn't overshoot. Gets the wall jump by accident. But still made it through anyways. And Awesome down to the spike ball. Like at the top of the L girder. Now stins. Looking like there might be a chance for scoring here. Let's see. But does she get this entire rest of the round? Makes it past the first arrow. Ooh, waiting a little bit. Makes it past the tennis ball. Now can she get her own R-spike crawl? 20 seconds remain. Be a little hard to see it, but... And Awesome clutches it up with 13 seconds to go. Alright. Moving this up a little bit so there's a little bit more room for the timer. Okay, I kind of like the scaffold. But I really like the idea with that. Okay, stins immediately making it easier. It's a pretty tricky jump. It's surprisingly tight. Awesome, looking for a conveyor belt setup. You can definitely do a lot with that conveyor. It may not look like it, but there's quite a lot you can do with it. Obviously, it would take 2 items to really do that. Obviously, with honey and then something else. Or you put the honey on the 1x1 crate. While interesting black hole, but I wonder if that's going to be touched upon later. Because I feel like that black hole could lead to something truly devastating. But Awesome making it first. Yeah, Awesome making it to the flag first. Stins with following up shortly. I'm really stuttering over my words here. See. I feel like we're gonna need some sudden difficulty here. They both play 2. Yeah, that's what I was basically just saying, Grunya, yeah. Yeah, I think we need some real sudden difficulty. Because none of them are really trying to go for anything insane, at least. I mean, I think Awesome, I believe, placed that scaffold at the start, so I think she was going for something. Not shown the coyote. Got a point, possibly. But only time will tell. Alright, Awesome making it through the tennis first. Awesome looking to make it through the flag first again. Yeah, makes it through the R-spike crawl first. But stins following shortly after. This could be a game of trying to just make it to tiebreaker and do it quicker. But either way, 4 turns remain, and no one has scored yet. Nor has there been any serious difficulty. It's been a pretty safe game so far. These are 2 big items. Oh, stins. Okay, doesn't go for the perfect L-saw. But still adding something, and Awesome doesn't get to actually place her wrecking ball. wire on the 1x2. That could be a really interesting thing, but with tennis ball placed around the other two projectiles and black hole doesn't get placed. Both of them don't get to place one out of two of their items. Okay. So pretty even overall. Now, Stins fails to jump over it properly. Awesome. Now with a slight lead, and Stins dying to their own Elsa once more. And for a third time. This might be a point for Awesome here. Let's see. Awesome making it through the R-Spike crawl, but Stins finally makes it past the Elsa. It is a surprisingly tight timing. You wouldn't think it's that tight, but it surprisingly is. So I don't blame them for dying to it. As much as they did. But Stins might be making a last life clutch here. "20 seconds. And just narrowly makes it. 3 turns remain. Awesome is still looking in a pretty decent spot, actually. Despite not having that point. Realizing the advantage that she has over that Elsa. Might have been good to capitalize on it, but Stins placed the plank there, not completely, but like basically nullifying the difficulty there. But then we got wires placed right afterwards. And Awesome with a wrecking ball to start, but Stins with a double arrow. Right, Stins losing a life. Alright, Awesome kind of running through this. Oh, but Awesome dies to the lower spike ball. And Stins making it through. Alright, let's see. Very Awesome making it through the first arrow. I was gonna say the second one, but the arrow beforehand doesn't particularly do much besides just being a block to stand on. See, Stins makes it past the double arrows. And Awesome, does she retaliate? She dies to them! Oh, and with, what, 16 seconds left? Yeah, that's not going to be enough time to make it. We're going to 1-0 for Stins with 2 turns left. Alright, what will Awesome do here? Looking, blocks off one of the arrows. Alright. Ooh, I like the cannon, but that makes it impossible. It's moving on. As I was saying, 2 turns remaining. And Stins with 1 point up. So let's see. Awesome, looking to tread through this, but dies to the spike ball. Now Stins dying to the wrecking ball again, or not again, as well. And Stins, oh, runs into the spike ball trying to avoid that tennis ball. I really like that cannon. That cannon with the tennis ball going into it, I really enjoy that. But Awesome on her last life. Not looking particularly super great for her right now. Stins makes it through. Let's see. Can Awesome get the setup? I think it's that... Yeah, that head bump is really not doing her any favors, but Awesome out of lives. If Stins... That makes this GG.